Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Oracle Rising. My name is Robin. Namaste and welcome here. So please pardon my long underwear, but I live in Canada and it's freaking freezing here right now. So, guys, I just wanted to share a few little spiritual shortcuts with you. There's a lot of things that are advocated in the spiritual community, whether it's religion or spirituality, prayer, meditation, and stuff like this, but that's not everybody's vibe. Sometimes we just don't have the strength for it. We could be going through a lot physically, emotionally, or on an intellectual basis, or it's just not our thing, or it's just a matter of time, not having enough time. So whatever's going on, if it's just not your thing or you don't have time, I've got a few quick little shortcuts here for you, because it's really important to express gratitude and mindfulness no matter what our state is. Sometimes we're going through a dark night of the soul. We just don't have energy to pray or meditate, and that's okay. You got to take care of yourself. So there's a few little shortcuts here. Angel number 111 just rolled by. I read this online a few days ago, and it just really inspired me, and I did change it up a little bit just to make it more suitable for everyday people. So one of the biggest benefits we can do for ourselves is to meditate, but sometimes we're just out of the flow of meditation. You don't have time, it's just not working for you. You could be sitting there just getting frustrated. So here's a little meditation hack, just in case you want to try this or substitute it for meditation. Okay, so if you can't meditate or you won't meditate or whatever is going on, take a pause before sipping your coffee or your tea or your water, and just, you can say thank you over your cup of coffee. You can just breathe it in and exhale and just, just really imagine if you did that every time before you took a sip of your beverage, just how many little mini meditation breaks you've given yourself. Okay, so that's not anything to be taken lightly. You can do these little micro versions of your expression of spirituality, and it's enough. It is enough. If it's working for you, then it's enough. Okay, you shouldn't be stretching yourself. It shouldn't feel awkward or uncomfortable, because then you're not expressing yourself in a genuine way. You've turned into a grouch and nobody likes a grouch, do they? Okay, sorry, Oscar. So for prayer, you guys, and I alluded to it a little bit when I was holding my coffee cup, a lot of people pray over their meal. They bless their food. My family has never been ones to do that. So as a result, that's never really been ingrained in anything that I do in my life, So anyway, let's move on from that. So if you can't pray or you won't pray or you don't pray, try saying thank you, especially if you're in a house where you're feeling oppressed and people are like not into prayer and meditation and they don't let you express yourself religiously or spiritually. You can try this. You can say it in your head, like when you're grocery shopping. You can say thank you very much for the abundance, and you can say thank you to the cashier. You can say thank you when you're doing your food prep, thank you for all these beautiful dishes. Doesn't matter if they're beautiful or not, you guys. It's not about the aesthetic. It's about the access to it, so just really remember to be grateful for what you have. Say thank you during meal prep, and then again when you sit down to eat. And I guess you could say thank you while you're doing the dishes, but I'm going to leave that up to you because I'm not a fan of dishes. I'm grateful to have them, but anyway, so we're manifesting, right? We're trying to manifest goals into our life. Sometimes it's very fast and sometimes it's super slow. I think Steve Harvey, it took him 23 years to realize one of his biggest goals. So, sometimes it's a slow process and you have to go through the journey. Or sometimes you just have an inability to manifest. So the only easy way to remedy that is just to enjoy what you have right now, okay? You might not live in the best place, or maybe you do. So really try to enjoy it, okay? Because there's a lot of people that don't have a pillow to put their head on tonight. They don't have a roof over their head. They don't know where their next meal is coming from. So I think that's something that we really, we're in this society where we take things for granted. We're used to things happening really, really quickly, especially with the onset of technology. People get annoyed right away. So really try to eliminate that sensation from your life as much as possible. Because what if you didn't have what you have right now? Then what? Do you know what I mean? So unfortunately, things can always get worse. So while you're waiting for them to get better, just really like, oh, this is okay. If your couch is ugly, is it comfortable? If it's not any of those things, if it's not comfortable or attractive, does it have a good story? You know what I mean? I used to have this really hideous couch, but it was so comfortable. Like people would sink into it and they would never want to leave my house, and it was hideous. But it had a great story. So we were always so happy about it. You know what I mean? And journaling, you guys, is a lot of people do this for a spiritual release. Okay. And like, again, I'm not a journaler. I don't write a diary. I know a lot of people do, but if that's not your thing, maybe you feel stupid or silly writing your thoughts down, or you could be afraid that somebody's going to stumble across your diary. That's actually, I just remembered that's why I don't do a diary, because when I was in junior high school, we used to write these letters called Dear World, Dear World, and then we'd have our big sob fest about everything that was going on with our teenage lives, And my dad read my letter and then screamed at me about it. So I never did that again. But anyway, you can always talk to yourself instead, You can talk to yourself in the car. Like, I talk to myself constantly because I think I'm like super funny, but do you know what I mean? You can just really speak those thoughts to yourself. You don't have to say them out loud. You can actually say it in your head. You can always type it into a note, you guys, on your phone if you have one. You can always destroy things after you write them down too. You can delete a note or something like that, especially if you're afraid of somebody prying into your privacy. So I think these are really, really good hacks to just really stay in touch with the universe, stay in gratitude, like staying humble, staying appreciative without, the big celebratory things that a lot of people might find time or availability, or, they're more comfortable with it. So, and give yourself a break too, you guys, because, forming new habits, if you're getting into them, they say a new habit takes 28 days to form, hence the movie with Sandra Bullock, which is brilliant in my opinion. But it does take 28 days. And if you skip a couple days or you don't feel like doing it, the least you can do is have grace with yourself and don't beat yourself up, because you know what? You're not always going to be in the mood to do things like this. Say, okay, I'll do this as soon as I'm able. Make yourself a note to remember to not keep skipping it, okay? Because consistency and authenticity are both so key in your spiritual practice. But I'm going to go put on another sweater because I was not kidding when I said it was cold here. So you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you around the way. All right, guys. Bye.